nobody do me like I do me, and I don't care to be nobody.
With the skyline of Manhattan as our backdrop, we are across the East River in the fabled borough of Brooklyn, New York. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Wizards of Brooklyn. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the ball. Ready?
On play action, Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up second down. Now you look at this Saints defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 30 before it's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over on 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready?
They try the left side here with Williams. And it's a fumble. And past the 35 30.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll look to throw. He's to the 15. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jamal Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll turn to Kamara. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Lance now on 1st down. And this one is incomplete. You look at the Saints defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Set, ready. Striker. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Ready.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Demario Davis there on the stop. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Lance now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Come on, set. Ready?
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Down. Slide blue. Blue black. Blue stripe. Set.
Now Lance. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready, set.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Hut, hut.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Wizards have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Lance on the keeper, and he is not going to find the end zone. He's stopped up short, and this remains a 6-6 game. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Ready.
3rd down and 10.
Panther 11. Trap.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Let's go. Jackrabbit.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And fights through one man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gamer.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offense.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
6, mega, fight, white, hut.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here. So the lead will remain at 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On the jump.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 5. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on third down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
A good running there by Kamara on first down as he takes this ahead for a gain of 5.
The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin.
And it's fielded at the 34. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hey, Trash. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
And he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Riggs. 18, Pioneer. Trap 50, trap 70 Ranger.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
Let's go now.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33. 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They're going to look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Red, yellow. Go red. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Saints 6.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Second and 7.
Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Brought down in the play by Deron Bland.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
On the set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Ready?
Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And on now is the punter, as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Cut back team! Cut back team!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point up and through. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Wizards 12.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Play action, now it's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Yellow, go. Pause red. Hut.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
At their own 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara.
Taken down at the 42.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth.
Let's go now.
Second down and 8.
Cougar 19. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Ready?
They run it again with Kamara. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this third step. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here's Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
They'll get this out to Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Let's go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Ready.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Got it. Ready.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Flag.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They run. It's Kamara. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara, 31 yards. And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So from the 37, here's second down and 2.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So he thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is first and 10.
Drill green. Red, cycle. Yellow, zoom. Hut, hut.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here's second down.
Faster, faster. Blue, go. Eat old blue. Hut, hut.
Lance looking to throw.
And bringing it in, it's Davis. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. Here's Lance. He'll air this one out deep for Davis.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Come on, come on.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Panther 60, Panther, check, check.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Saints use the big play to extend their fourth-quarter lead.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. He gets away from one, and he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
10 yards on the pickup.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to about the 45.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And finally taken down at the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Muscles him off, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Here we go.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, move. 6, Madden. 7.
Lance looks to throw again. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Taken down right at it.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second.